Hey guys, Lord here, back again with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series Revenge of the Sith Clone Lieutenant Galle, brought to us by, we're going to say, the fine folks over at Hasbro, despite the fact that this guy has a very weird articulation thing going on, at least compared to other clone troopers that have the same points of articulation going on. But yes, another named clone trooper. You can't really go wrong with those. They almost always hit that itch when it comes to Black Series, but we're going to talk about it. So, with that being said, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Lieutenant Galle has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with a pair of clone trooper pistols. These, of course, can go right in holsters on his hips, like so, right there, and right there, which is great. Always love me some weapon storage. He also has the standard clone trooper blaster, seen with like all of them, I think, at this point. And then he's got a helmet. It's not very soft, but it does fit over the head nicely. Which, taking a closer look at him, very nice head sculpt. He can move up a little bit, down a little bit. He can tilt side to side and rotate. But it's a clone trooper. My clones always have. Always. Because they don't come with one for some weird reason. Always gonna have the helmets. That's just how it is. And the helmet, not for nothing, helps keep this gear down and in place. So be mindful of that. He's got like the pauldron and this shoulder piece over here. This strap going down to the back of his belt. The holsters, the skirt. He's more of a commando. The only thing he's lacking is like something on his helmet to give it a little bit of pizzazz, but he definitely feels more like a commando than Bakara. He didn't even have the pistols, but whatever. It is what it is. But as far as the rest of his articulation goes, his arms can lift up about that far. He's got the butterfly, but here's the deal. You can only really use it when his arms are down. Like, you can see, it's not stuck. It is not stuck whatsoever. You can rotate the shoulder as well. This side's a little bit... like, that's all you get. What is that? That's like a millimeter of range. That is so worthless. I don't know why it's even in there. So, I don't know what the deal is. Because the other clone troopers we're going to be comparing him to, they work way better than this. But, yeah, these aren't stuck. They never really were. And not for nothing, I took this guy apart. I took his head, his little kind of chest plate deal going on here, the actual chest plate, the arms, the shoulder pads. I took all this stuff off and put them back together with, like, minimal parts. These butterflies just don't get crap for range, like, at all. They just wiggle a little bit back and forth. That is so stupid. I don't know what is the point at that point if they get, like, no range. That said, he does have a bicep swivel that does get range, as well as a single-jointed elbow that can get range because I modified mine. I heated up these little straps on the elbow pads and shifted them up so I could get this up like that without stressing or tearing anything. So if you want to get max range out of these elbows and don't really care about the aesthetic, that's a good way to do it. I think they should just come like that, but that's just me. He does have a swivel in the elbow as well. Swivel hinge wrist. With the appropriate hinge for holding weapons on both sides. Diaphragm joint, lean that far forward, this far back. He will rotate just fine. His hips, a little limited because of the thigh armor, but you can kick them out forward a little bit. You can kick them out He does have a single jointed knee, as well as the loose fitting knee pads, so when you pose the knee you can slide these down and cover the joint up. I like that. Kind of wish that's what they would do with the elbow pads. He does have a hinge in the foot with good forward, limited back, but you can get it to work, as well as rocker and peg holes at the bottom of his feet. And I didn't get to show you this in the Bakara video, so I'll show you now. I will say his gear does tend to ride up, but if you don't futz with him, he'll be fine. I grab this blaster here, put it in this arm like this. I mean, granted, this would be a little bit better if the butterflies actually functioned instead of doing nothing, but as it stands, you can get him to two-hand his blaster. It's like I two-hand my blaster when the occasion arises. But, there you go. There he is holding his blaster with two hands. You know, you don't need the butterfly for that. Not like it gives you much crap anyways, but, there you go. There he is holding his blaster, ready to take out some clankers or some Jedi. I don't know what this guy did in the movie. I'll have to look that up. But, yeah, man, I dig him. He's cool. It's another named clone trooper. You can't go wrong with those. Hopefully we keep getting these types of characters. But, you know, the year is almost over, and I think the Revenge of the Sith hype train has left the station. So we'll probably go back to getting more Disney Plus crap. But at any rate, with that being said, I think it is time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is good old Clone Lieutenant Galle, alongside a couple other Revenge of the Sith era clone troopers. We have Commander Bakara, we looked at not too long ago. Was that back in September maybe? As well as the Halloween edition Skeleton clone trooper, who also happens to share a Phase 3 clone trooper aesthetic. And on top of that, the thing all three of these have in common is that they have the beautiful butterflies. But unlike Lieutenant Galle here, if we look at Bakara first, you can see that his swings back and forth significantly more. Like quite a bit. And if I'm not mistaken, their torsos are about the same. And they also both have the pauldrons. So there is that. Then if we take a look at somebody else, this guy, you can clearly see that this is shifting back and forth. Now, I don't know what the deuce is the deal with Galle having such limited range. Maybe he's got a buck all his own, because I noticed as I stood all three of these figures up next to each other, they're not the same height. I think they're different heights. I think this skeleton clone is the Camino clone, like from head to toe. Commander Bakara clearly has different stuff going on, and Galle has different stuff going on. But their legs, I think, are different, or their torsos are different. Something is off about these clones, so they're not like the same height, and that is weird because they're clones. Shouldn't they all be the same height? Shouldn't they all have the same articulation, the same range and whatnot? I don't know anymore. But bringing in our two regulars, we got the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibilith right there, and the infamous 11 Spawn, who as usual towers over everyone. So with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from the beautiful butterfly joints not being quite so beautiful or worthless in anything, I really like good old clone Lieutenant Galle here because, well, at the end of the day, you can't go wrong with a named clone trooper figure from the Black Series line. They just seem to hit the right way almost every time. It's just that this guy has a couple of joints that don't really work all too great for whatever reason. I mean, you saw both Bakara and the skeleton clone, and they work just fine. So, I don't know what's going on with all that. That's kind of ridiculous, but I digress. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.